Pathfinder, Pandora's Box, Panasonic. Parallelogram works for me. Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. I am That Zotaku. If you are new here, thank you so much for finding me on my little corner of YouTube. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you being here with me. I feel like for today's video, let me just get straight to the point. This should have been my first video. But it's not because I am a disorganized mess, but that's why you stick around here. That's why you stick around. Also, if you truly want to stick around and be a part of the club, click that subscribe button so you can be part of the crowd over here. I don't know what I am doing. I truly do not know what I am doing. I am a wreck most of the time. I have no clue what I am doing in particular here on YouTube. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what's working. I don't know what's going to work. I don't know what my thing is, but I am trying. And y'all are watching me try, and that is okay with me, or at least I'm learning how to be okay with that. I wrote some notes before starting this because there's a lot going on in this brain of mine and I need to get better at writing notes, but let me start with, why did I start this channel? I started this channel because I am a young black woman. I am 24 years old. I love anime and cartoons more than actual human beings because human beings are terrible, and I feel as though there is not enough representation of black girls, me being Haitian of course, Haitian girls on YouTube, let alone Haitian blurred girls on YouTube. You see, there is a demographic that is missing, and I thought, ooh, let me be the one to fill that hole, just like in hentai. And the reason why I'm starting this channel is because I've always been a bit of a extra person. I've always been a little bit out there. I've always been a little bit not following what the crowd does, not to try to make myself sound cooler than the average person, even though I'm quite honestly perfection incarnate, but mainly just to show that I've always been a little bit different. People didn't really understand what I liked, what I got into, and all that stuff in terms of like talking about cartoons and movies, and not just saying like, oh, I love this show, but analyzing it from so many different perspectives and trying to see like meaning of it and like how it represents today's culture and all that stuff. Like that's what I do on a daily basis, just talking to myself in my head. And I didn't have a proper outlet within my family, within my friend groups all the time, from the time I was like younger to now, where I can feel like I can express that in a safe space and be validated. Like there are a lot of times where I'm just walking around throughout my everyday life and with my friends and all that stuff, and I have a really great support system, but there are just certain things that we don't get to talk about because they're not interested in it, and I feel like I don't have the room to say what I want to say there. In a way, it's kind of me being selfish because I feel like having my thoughts be out there, and in a way it's hopefully being a representation for someone else that looks like me in terms of like being a girl, being black, being Haitian, and having nerdy tendencies. We need constant representation. We need to fix this. Maybe that can be my thing. Maybe that's how I can make my mark on the world. But again, I don't know what I'm doing. I have a couple of videos here and there. They're kind of all over the place, and some I've worked hard on, some I kind of just flew up on the fly. I kind of just like put on the fly, and I don't know what's working. A few people who have been subscribed to this channel, by the way, thank you so much for subscribing. Some people that have come to this channel know me through this video called what was it? It was an analysis video that I did on an episode of Teen Titans. If you want, you can go watch that video. It's somewhere on my channel. Just like tag it somewhere. I'll tag it somewhere here. And that video garnered a lot of views and it garnered a lot of discussion, and it made me feel like, okay, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. But at the same time, I don't want to be that person on YouTube, like another black girl just talking about what it's like being a black girl in a racist society, what it's like having to deal with racism on a daily basis, because I feel like we have that already somewhere, and even if it's somewhere else, I don't want that to be me. I want to just be a person that loves talking about animation and cartoons, and it happens to be black. Well, sometimes I talk about my own experience as a black woman, of course, if the time allows for it, but I don't want that to be the whole center of my channel. Maybe I'll change my mind, who knows, but that's not what I kind of intended this to be. I wanted to serve as a representation, but I don't want it to be my whole image, if it makes sense. The math is mathing, you just need to see how it maths. Now to get into some of the mental hurdles that I have been going through. I started this channel back in April when everything was shutting down, just like everybody else in the world. We were just like, I'm home all day. I have a certain set of skills or information that I want to share with the world. Why not create a side hustle? So you have a whole, if you're on Twitter or if you're on Instagram, you've definitely seen the messages of people like, if you are not have saving like $500,000 by the end of this pandemic, you are not hustling hard enough and you are a failure. Or, oh, if you are not making your LLC, you need to hustle, grind, hustle, grind, hustle, grind. It's like a whole circle jerk of like, if you are not productive during this parallelogram, then you are a failure at life. Speaking of which, can we just dead that whole toxic energy altogether, because some people are just lucky to be even making it this far, even if they have an LLC or not, but that's a whole other discussion for another day. But that toxic mentality kind of got to me. I've always thought about making a channel. I've always thought about finding some type of way to express my thoughts, because animation and cartoons and things like that, this is not my field of study. This is a hobby of mine. And just because I'm going to a completely different field of study that I don't feel like going into, I don't feel like telling y'all what I'm studying, but just because they are two different worlds doesn't mean that I can't find a way to like merge the two or have both. I feel like for me, I'll tell you this much, I'm in the STEM field. For me, being in the STEM field and being a Black woman, I've always been told that there's a lot of things that I have to limit myself to. I can't be too loud, I can't be too boisterous, I can't be too colorful, I can't be interested in things that are away from the norm. I can't, and if we're talking about animation, I can't like that stuff because that's for kids. We've all heard the topic of like, oh, anime is just for kids, cartoons is just for kids, when it's really not. And I feel like a lot of my interests have been invalidated over the years, and I'm just like, why do I have to settle? Why do I have to say no? Why can't I have both? Why can't I make myself have both? So this channel is my attempt at having both. I want to be able to hold my head up saying like, at least I tried to give myself both. And there's a saying that goes like, don't be afraid to have people see you trying. And that really hit me and also kind of pushed me to focus on this channel a little bit more, no matter how small it is. I'm not about to be sitting up in my house 30 years from now afraid that, oh, I didn't try this, oh, I didn't try that, I wish I had done this when I was younger, because and the only reason I have that fear is because I think, are people going to judge me? Are people going to laugh at me? Do people think I'm stupid? I already have those negative thoughts about myself on an everyday basis. Even though, again, I'm perfection incarnate, I have those problems all the time. And I have to learn how to get over those. Not necessarily get over as in like negate them and think that they are minuscule, but not let them take over my life and take over how I move in this world. So going more into me learning how to not be afraid that people see me try is kind of like, it's been almost a year since starting this channel. I've managed to upload relatively often, like I would say at least once a week. Sometimes I take out for like 5 weeks because I'm having a mental breakdown. But for the most part, I've done a decent job at promising and holding myself accountable to at least just try. So even if this channel just ends up being small, that's okay, because every person that's watching this video is in some way contributing to my journey of just, being okay with myself and being okay with my ability to just try new things. So I appreciate every person who has subscribed. I appreciate every person that has watched the video, shared a video, commented a video. Even if you just clicked the video, watched for 10 seconds of my interview, and you were upset and hated me, you still at least told me like, hey, we are not interested in this, we want more of this, or hey, maybe you should try something new to make yourself better. Every time that someone comes to my channel or someone says something, it makes me feel like I am improving, I can do better, and that's kind of cool, knowing that I at least have like a tiny community that's just down to like see me thrive in some way, and that's pretty much okay. I know this video seems like it's kind of depressing and that it's kind of like everywhere, but again, I'm an everywhere person, and I'm trying to ground myself in this video, but I did my best. You guys are gonna have to deal with the rest. Rhymes! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, I hope that you continue to support this channel and just see how I get better at just trying. I hope to, get better in certain areas, and I will say that I have gotten better in a lot of areas. Like the first video, bad. The last video that I just posted, also bad, but not as bad as the first one. I'm moving in some type of direction, like positive. You see the positivity? I'm moving towards that positivity. You see the negativity? We're not going back there. We're going positive. We're going positive. I feel like this video is more of a reminder to myself, like, hey Zoe, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. I see you doing it. Don't be hard on yourself. And hopefully you yourself at home, you're also seeing this video and being like, don't be, Zoe said not to be hard on yourself. No, Zozo. No, definitely no Zozo. Please do subscribe. It'll make my day. And if you don't, that's also okay. Rhyme! I am on a freaking roll with the rhymes. I should have been a rapper. Now we already got enough of those. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Whatever topic it is, however I try to make it, I'm gonna see you around. Bye.